This is practice A for section 2.5. We're going to work on some numbers from 5 through 12. We'll just do a few of them together. Basically, you're solving this equation and writing a reason for each step, which is exactly like we did up here, except it's going to be less structured. We're going to have to come up with the next line and the next line, as well as the reasons that we got to the next line. Okay, so maybe we'll start with number 7. We're given that 7x minus 9 equals 4x. Let's get x by itself. Notice how the x term is all by itself on the right. If you would subtract 7x from both sides, you would end up with this equation. So the 7x's would cancel here, and 4x minus 7x gives you negative 3x. That's your subtraction property of equality. Now, to get x by itself, you're going to divide both sides by negative 3. So x is 3. Now, if you remember back to this last step, we typically want the variable on the left side. So we have it by itself, but it's not on the left side, so you can switch it. That's your symmetric property of equality. So we're still doing the same thing. We're still showing our work over here and giving our reasons on the right side. 2 columns, statements, reasons. Let's move over to number 10. 14x plus 3 equals 19x plus 23. That's what we're given to work with. We want to get x by itself. I'm going to subtract 19x from both sides. That's the subtraction property of equality, when you subtract something from both sides. I'm going to do the same thing again, except this time I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. One more step, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5. That's your division property of equality. So this is what we're looking for in this section. And we'll do one more. We'll do number 12. This is the equation that you're given. So that's what we're working with. We're assuming that's true. We have a number times a quantity on each side. That's your distributive property. You want to get x by itself, so I'm going to move this negative 7x to the right side. So I'm adding it. And I did it to both sides. That's your addition property of equality. Then I'm going to move my 14 over. Now to do that I need to subtract it because that's a positive 14. So you end up with this equation when you subtract 14 from both sides. One more step. Divide both sides by 21. So that's your division property of equality. The rest of these follow the work what we just showed there. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.